Rolling.
3, 2, 1, sync. Oh, beautiful. First off, for the perfect thumbnail for the clickbaity title I have for this video, I was wondering if maybe you could cry, like, in the thumbnail. So if you can just like look.
Now, do I need to look like really sad, or do I need to look horrified?
And then I'll do a classic help at the camera.
Classic.
Just a little thumbnail action. So, hello everyone, and welcome to a weird kind of thing. So, you may have read the title. Of course you read the title. What am I talking about?
You may know what channel this is on.
So, if you've read the title, you're probably wondering what's going on.
My two favorite people. What's happening?
I don't know how to do this. Like, how do you start this kind of thing? The pod is ending, basically. That's the point. But kind of not really, though. So, do not despair just yet. Basically, what's happening, the podcast is ending, but kind of not really. Mm-hmm. We're putting it on hold.
Captain Holt?
Okay, I take that back immediately.
Captain Holt is forever on the internet.
Yeah, we are putting the pod on hold, kind of. The thing is, though, the reason that this isn't just called The Pod is Delayed is well, that doesn't make for as good of a title as The End of the Poorly Planned Podcast.
Very true, very true.
And
this will be our most viewed video.
That wouldn't be hard to beat. And B, we don't know when it's coming back, so that's why it's kind of a little bit murky. So, the thing is, school has started for both of us. We are now going to different schools, unfortunately. Or fortunately.
Well, fortunately.
Fortunately for one of us.
For one of us, it's I cannot wait to get out of there.
But so, the thing is, though, that the fact that we're in different schools now wouldn't like, just end the pod, but...
But since we don't really like each other either.
But since we've stopped being friends since tag. Which could ruin any friendship.
Since we grew old because we stopped playing.
Why do you remember that? I hate to say it, but I'm f***ing surgical with these complimentary donuts. But the thing is, we're now in... I don't want to go into like how the school system works here, but we're in a higher level now of school. So...
for the elite, one might say.
Yeah, we're so amazing. But basically, I mean, it just happens when you get older. There's a lot more work, there's a lot more homework, and a lot more schoolwork, and school ends later and all that. So, it's pretty much impossible. By the way, I can't tell if you're like doing stupid faces this whole video, and I feel like you are.
No. I was just helping it.
So, point is, there's way more schoolwork now, and we're both very, very busy now. So, we don't have enough time. I just saw your face, you idiot. We don't have enough time to do the pod regularly. So we were thinking about making it like once a month or once every 2 months, or
once every 2 years.
But we don't want to have like a schedule we have to stick to, basically. That's the thing here. So what's going to happen is the pod is going away for a while while we're kind of getting settled in, but there are going to be breaks and vacations. We don't know when it's coming back, but
as soon as we get the time or the want,
which may be difficult.
Yeah, but we'll this isn't the end of the pod. Are you kidding me?
We could never.
This is what fuels me. Like,
we have a break in October. We obviously have Christmas holiday where we could record like multiple, like we do sometimes. Summer, Easter. We have a bunch of holidays.
God, I'm gonna have to get back into this.
I hate doing this. This is so. Anyway, it's okay. Actual breakdown happens on camera. Yes.
It just deteriorates.
It's the worst Thanos impression I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of Thanos impressions.
And I do a lot in the mirror in the morning.
We don't know when the next episode will be out, but it will be out at some point, hopefully, within a month. And then whenever we have a break or a time to actually do it, we will do it. But we don't know when it's going to happen, so we're going to say it's the end, but not really. I hope you get it.
One could say it's been a sort of season 1,
How dare you read my notes that I wrote very carefully for this? There are 5 lines, and one of them says, "Ask Freddy to cry." God, we're both such a dick. All
right.
Say Helms.
Helms!
Back to you.
Back to you in Studio 5, Helms.
That's how Helms enters a room. Helms!
Oh, I thought you said back to you in Back to you in Studio 5, Helms. He goes, thank you, Helms.
What are we talking about?
If this ever got released, you would see how truly insane we
I'm
are.
gonna put that in. So I'm gonna leave this in so everyone knows, like, when there's an awkward cut in the pod where it seems like I've edited something out, that's usually just the dumbest tangent you could possibly imagine. The podcast will be back at some point, but we don't know when. So, yeah. And I thought we were gonna have, like, a nice retrospective here where we talked about what the pod has been and meant to us, but I feel like we can't do that now, because it's just... We can barely get this, like, very simple message across. I feel like an emotional look back is not gonna work at all.
So instead, I have compiled a little montage.
Get out.
Get out!
No. Why would
Who am I right now? Walter.
Okay.
This is good.
Do that again.
Do it again, but louder.
I put together a little montage of what I feel like it sums up the pod pretty well in like a minute or so. So, enjoy that.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me
Let me ask you guys a question. Daddy loves who?
Me.
Daddy loves who?
Me.
Exactly.
Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step.
Who?
I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died.
So anyway, that's what's happening with the pod going forward. Just felt we should say that. Now, I thought also for this video, it would be nice if we
We actually involved our fans for once.
if we if we did a little, because people would ask us, people have been asking us to do Q&A for a little bit. So we so I put it out on Twitter. I was like, if you want to ask some questions. See, I was gonna say for like a pod tomorrow, but I felt like that was too mean because like people actually think it's for a pod. Now we're like ending the
Now we're
pod.
ending the pod.
Yeah, we thought we would answer some questions now that we got on Twitter. So let's do that.
I haven't been on Twitter for so long.
Yeah, I don't know why you even have a Twitter. Like no
one likes you, honestly.
So yeah, just as a little, I guess, end to, again, let's call this season 1 of the pod, and then...
That's a good note.
Thank you. And then it'll be back at some point, TBD. No, wait. TD...
Throwback Thursday.
No,
The pod will be back.
TBD. I feel like we haven't made this clear at all. Do people understand what's going on? They must. Okay. Would you ever introduce a new person to the pod, like another one of your friends? So like
He doesn't have other friends.
I'm his life source. We thought about having
Guest speakers.
Yeah, we thought about having Yana on. We were thinking about having Yassine on at one point, but we just realized it would ruin the magic. Not really, that sounds really serious. We just never got around to it, basically. What are films you have grown out of? I don't know. What is that?
I grew out of... Oh, I watched it the other day. What's it called? I forget. I'll probably get... I just like it to be known that BHL is standing up now.
You such an asshole.
And I'm sitting in a chair. Yeah,
We're doing this on the spot.
This is a terrible thing for us. Give us questions. Oh,
Yeah, we don't know how to answer these. David Aguirre, I'm sorry, but maybe some DreamWorks movies that I watched growing up. I'm kind of like, What upcoming films in 2019, 2020 are you most excited for? Also, so proud of you guys. Actually, some of the funniest people ever. Thank you so much, Lena. I want Nando's. What was that? That should so be the thumbnail. Both of us doing a different help.
the pod is ending.
2019, 2020. What's coming out? Avengers 4 probably would be the top one for me.
I've got John Wick.
Let's see. I'm gonna just look up 2020 movies.
What was this 2020 minus 1936? BHL.
Guardians 3, but the whole James Gunn thing. Wow, we're really close up now. I realized that we zoomed in. Godzilla versus Kong.
Mulan is happening.
Sherlock. Bad Boys for Life.
Dude, Sherlock Holmes and Bad Boys for Life.
Wow.
The $6 billion man.
I think that has Marky Moo in it.
Oh, what gave it away? The big fat Marky Moo.
I didn't see the Marky Moo when I
The
said
big fat Marky Moo on the poster. I have a feeling that this might be selling Wahlburgers.
I'm gonna say Avengers 4. Oh, and Spider-Man: Homecoming 2. I'm really excited for that.
Oh, How to Train Your Dragon! But I am gonna say Godzilla, the king of the monsters.
That has what's his name in it?
Marky Moo.
the guy from Tyrion's dad in Game of Thrones.
Oh, Tywin.
Yeah, and he's like
Charles Dance.
Thank you. And in the trailer he says he says something like Game of Thrones. He's like
Tyrion.
all hail the king. So that happened. Favorite superhero characters? I'm gonna go with Batman.
I'm gonna go.
Or Captain America. Shut up. real quick. That's important.
Wait, I need to rant. That's gotta be the Bats.
I don't think Leon is a superhero. Silence fills the air, followed by us stabbing
On the street, we watch. It's a live react.
What is the best movie of the year so far, in your opinion, excluding Infinity War? I'm gonna have to go with that fat Rampage. On Mission Impossible 6.
Oh, same.
Definitely. Oh, so good.
And Deadpool 2 was also pretty good.
And Venom was
Spectacular.
It's damn amazing. I sweat a lot. Sorry, I'm gonna cut that out.
Silence. I sweat a whole bunch.
We're never gonna get through these. What are both of your favorite movies and video games? Movies.
Video games, Mario.
I mean, yeah, probably Mario Kart. And movies, I'm gonna say Baby Driver, number 1.
Ooh, I don't know about movie, but for that game, I think I might have to go with either Rust or probably Rust for my favorite game, and my favorite movie, probably Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, that is a
now that I can abide.
Udovich, Scalp Herman. Sorry. Favorite fantasy film? Probably Harry Potter 3.
I sweat a lot.
Harry Potter 3. What about you?
What was the question?
Favorite fantasy film?
Probably Lord of the Rings.
God, you're a nerd.
Harry Potter 3.
What do you think of the new Spider-Man game on PS4? Haven't played it. Don't have a PS4.
Same. Like it looks pretty good, but
Yeah. If you could have one X-Men character have their own movie.
Wolverine.
and to be the last produced in the Fox universe, which character would it be? For me, it would be Quicksilver. Thanks.
Quicksilver.
Thanks. And this one is from Pierce. First, by the way, Pierce, thank you so much for the... I feel like we don't mention this a lot, but when we found out about that fan page on Instagram existing...
I'm also sweating.
Why do you keep going back to this?
This is my party attire.
Well, yeah. See, this is why I brought second. Anyway,
Alright.
Which X-Men character would you want the last one, like, Fox produced? So, like, which one would you maybe have a bit of an edge? You know, like Logan or Deadpool.
Very X-23.
Ooh, that would be a good one. I'm gonna say probably X-23. That's a pretty good one. Where do you see the pod in a year's time? Well, Pierce, hopefully at episode like 30.
24.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be some new episodes. Honestly, I think the first 10 episodes of the pod are like kind of a little bit weird because we're kind of figuring out like how to do it.
And now we're pros.
And now we're professional podcasters. And like it's a little bit, I realized I listened back to the first episode for like 20 minutes or so and I was like I'm weirdly like mean to you. Like I still am. But
no, he very much is.
but more like jokingly now. Like back then, I don't know.
Back then it was, Freddy, shut the f*** up, get my sandwich. Now it's, Freddy, please get my sandwich.
And also I think we just sort of like, I think we were trying to be a little bit more professional at the start. And now we just like, now we're just one of the boys. Collectively we're one of the boys.
Together we make a quarter of a boy.
Favorite gangster film? Have I seen any gangster? I must have.
Surely. I love Suicide Squad. Gangs of New York is pretty good.
I haven't seen it, but I'll say that one. Who would you cast Dwayne as in the MCU? And I appreciate your spelling of Dwayne the correct way.
Dwayne.
He could be a good...
What's Iron Man's girlfriend?
If there was any movie that you would have liked to see Edgar Wright direct, which movie would it be? And for Freddy, when will you stop watching Elementary? Edgar
Never.
Wright, I would say. I had a good one, but I can't remember. I'd like to see him do a superhero film. I think that would be really interesting. Explain the bromance between you to keep it PG-13. Now look, we're not gay, but I can understand why someone would think that. Roll the montage of all the weird stuff we've said. With me, once again, is my friend Frederick.
Your friend, only friend, and lover.
What is your favorite part of doing the podcast? Finishing.
Just
Just
laughing.
friendship. God, that was terrible. God, cut that. Edit note. What are your thoughts on straight-to-DVD Disney sequels, and which one do you like and hate? And
What
what
are
are your...
straight to DVD?
It's like, so they don't come out in theaters. So like it's a Cinderella 2 or a Kronk's New Groove.
Why do you know either of those?
I like Kronk's New Groove, but the rest of them are terrible. What are your thoughts on the Oscar popular film category that almost happened? So they cut that. They
Oh,
made
it's
it,
not happening.
Yeah, they cut it. So I think that's good because it was kind of stupid. Thoughts on Wes Anderson? He's good. Makes good movies. You know what he's done?
Isle of Dogs.
You're not wrong.
And he's also done Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Damn it! I thought I got you on this one. How long does it take for you to make a new movie review? Also, would you consider reviewing animated TV shows and anime?
I don't think this is for the pod, good sir.
This is a dual effort. It usually takes me about 2 days, maybe after I see a movie, to do a movie review in general.
It takes me 10.
I would definitely consider reviewing those other things. How does Freddy get that sexy hairstyle?
I'm gonna pull a little The Vulture. God owed me a favor. Nah, I just wake up like this, honestly.
Hey, GC Green here, and my question today is, when you first started... should we end on this one? Because it's kind of like a big retrospective question.
Yep.
Will you do a best and worst on the Conjuring universe? Probably. Have you ever thought about doing a mini-series on garbage movies, like in the same style as a general review, but kind of a monthly thing? Like every month you see a movie people hate and watch it to see if it is worth the hate. Keep up the great work, by the way.
Movie recording has been stopped automatically. If it didn't save.
We're gonna have to speedrun these because the thing is almost out of battery. Monthly kind of thing, maybe. That sounds like kind of a fun idea. It's sort of like what the Weekly Planet do with the Caravan of Garbage. What are your current thoughts on the Star Wars franchise? I like it, but everyone else hates it.
Really?
Why are you so tall now? What happened here? Lean back. Oh no, we're out of focus. Okay, there.
I'm very indifferent to it.
Why is Gamora? Damn it. That has the most likes of all the questions. And finally,
That is a brilliant question.
from my friend Cinema Geek, what should Warner Brothers do with the DCEU now that Henry Cavill has left, and probably Ben Affleck? So do you hear about that? Cavill's out.
What? Cavill's out?
Yeah,
Why is Cavill out?
because we aren't recording audio. Okay, the audio for that portion is gonna be pretty bad. I think they should just reboot the whole thing. It's like, at this point, I just think they should reboot it, because I think they should do Flashpoint, where Flashpoint is where you can do a reboot while still keeping the best elements of the universe. So Flash goes into an alternate dimension, I guess, where some of them still exist in the same form and some of them are just different. So Wonder Woman, Aquaman looks pretty decent. Shazam maybe is still there. And then Ben Affleck, Batman, Henry Cavill, Superman are out. Actually, you know who's said he wants to be Batman?
Let me guess.
His name kind of rhymes. Batman, damn it.
His rhymes with
Batman.
Jack Black.
Batman, John Hamm.
Really?
Boom.
No, that doesn't rhyme at all.
So
Really?
I think
Is that
would be great.
happening?
No, what he said, he's expressed interest.
I'd love to see that, honestly.
I would love a hand.
My dad called John Hamm a B-roll actor the other day. So he's dead now. John Hamm.
He just couldn't take it. And then finally, GC's question. My question is, when you first started the podcast, what kind of feedback were you expecting? Were you anticipating this many fans and all the fan art that you get, or did the amount of support completely surprise you guys?
Well, GC, you're sitting there assuming that we think we've got a lot of support.
We know we have a lot of support.
I'm actually a bit underwhelmed. I thought we'd hit that 2 mil after a week. We didn't.
I think we don't have a lot of listeners, compared to other podcasts, obviously. It's
Yeah.
I'd say 1,000 an episode is the average, I'd say. And that's not a lot of people might say oh, that's tiny. And it's not a lot compared to, the Weekly Planet or a big podcast. But
for just 2 young boys.
That's not where I was going with this. Shut up. God, I had a whole monologue planned and you just perfected it.
No, but honestly, I was not expecting this much support for something this garbage.
That we put no effort into.
But it's weird, especially with thing on Instagram they formed actual groups where they talk about the pod.
Yeah,
that's like
it's really
it's
cool
crazy.
because it might not be like a huge audience, but I feel like I saw that, Tucker. I feel like even though my audience on the main BHL Hudson channel is bigger, I feel like I have just a little slight humble brag there. I feel like I have at least the same I hate you. I'm just gonna keep going. Just act like you're not.
Okay.
I feel like I have at least the same connection, level of connection with the audience, even though they're very different sizes, because of the support, the fan art and the Instagram page and all that. The support from the people who do listen to it has been amazing. GC and Teen Movie Geek and all these people who make fan art and make little videos and that kind of stuff. It's
incredible.
It's amazing. Yeah, and we are. I wanted to say this in my Q&A when I did it back in April or something, and I forgot. But I just want to point this out. We are the most normal
Well, speak for yourself.
But I feel when you watch someone on YouTube or listen to someone, and based on the messages that I've gotten about the pod and all that, I want people to realize, and this might sound like we're trying to be relatable or whatever. It's not. We are relatable. We go to school, we have completely normal lives. We don't use we don't have sponsors, we don't have a studio or anything. This is it. Anyone I don't want to say anyone could do this, but literally a monkey could do this job. Frederick.
You know that hurts my feelings.
Yeah, I just want to point that out. So I think that's it. That's this is way too dramatic, with the different style and everything. We borrowed Yana's camera again, so thank you for that. I enjoy doing these kind of things since I never get to do this. Well, it's just a faceless man.
What are you
The question? All right, I think I'll freeze frame on that, and then we'll just end. So yeah, bottom line, thank you so much for all the support on the podcast in the past. It's been over a year, yeah.
Oh my god, it's been a year and 4 months?
Yeah, we started in May or something like that, yeah. So it's been so much fun, and we genuinely, this is just how we act with each other.
Yeah.
Normally we're not talking about movie related stuff all the time. We're not nerds, guys, I swear. But this is, we don't put it on for the podcast or anything. This is just how we act with each other.
Yo, did you remember my script?
Didn't see you there.
Oh my god, are we recording?
But yeah, no, it's been incredibly fun. I really enjoy doing this, and
Me too.
I was hoping we could do a retrospective thing, but who are we kidding? We wouldn't get through that.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for watching. We will be back, I promise, hopefully in October. If not in October, at Christmas. Sometime, we will be back.
We will.
So, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Wow.
And there it is.
And then
And they were never seen again.